So, we've finally finished the last Sister Street Fighter film, which is not a Sister Street Fighter film. It's its own film entirely. Yeah. So it's kind of is a Sister Street Fighter film because it's, well, as the director of like the original Street Fighter film from '74, it has the lead from the Sister Street Fighter films, but it's a new character that is separate from the old films, but kinda follows a very similar path. So this is, I should probably say the title. This one is Sister Street Fighter 5th Level Fist, which, yeah, feels like a Sister Street Fighter film, just slightly different, because it's a different lead, but yeah, it's one of these things that doesn't really matter, because most of these times these films don't really pay attention to each other. I feel like it's not until we get to more modern generation of films where they start actually paying attention to the previous ones. There's a lot of films where they just gotta go, yeah, the previous one happened, or they not even acknowledge it in any way. You're just like, oh, okay, those films happened. Moving on. If they even do mention them at all. Yeah, this one is different. Let me pull up the plot synopsis that I've got here. Although it's summary. Oh, just summary. Okay. Although not an official sequel, Terumi plays a different character. The film is often referred to as a sequel to the series, probably because it's got the same fucking title name in it, unless it's different in Japan. Kiko Nakakawa. Okay, sorry, it's a lot of sounds, and my brain's like. The only daughter of an old kimono shop owner in Kyoto is enthusiastic about karate. In order to help her friend Amachi avenge her brother, well, that's a spoiler, sneaks into a movie studio in Kyoto where a drug-dealing syndicate is based. So yeah, it's like a movie studio that's the main plot is a movie. My speech is not doing great today. It is a movie studio who's sneaking drugs in kind of are they Buddhist statues? Sorry, I noticed it's got isolated film scores. Oh, it's not the good one. So yeah, that's the plot of the film. I will mention. Honestly, my favorite part about this this movie, I was listening to it going, oh, that's a good soundtrack. I was always listening going, woo, that was nice. Like, the music's great. That's about it. There's some good fight scenes. But it's definitely not my favorite of the bunch. There's a lot of returning actors from the previous films. A lot, yeah, quite a few, all playing new roles. Some similar. The guy who was in charge of the dojo and like the normal Street Fighter films, the brother Street Fighter films, let's call it that. The brother Street Fighter films. He is Iko's dad in this. To remember that, well, the evil, one of the previous Sister Street Fighter films, the kind of evil white guy was in charge of a cartel in one of the last ones. I think the second one, I could be wrong. He's again in charge of the evil movie studio. I think he's travelled in to check everything's running well and all that stuff. The sister, or the kind of best friend in this, is the kind of sidekick from the previous film. And yeah, there's a lot of returning actors in this. So it's fun when you've seen all of them and you go, oh yeah, I remember you. You were in the previous film. Oh, I remember you. You were in that film. Oh, and you were in this film. And you over there. And oh, okay. Yeah, you were there. Yeah. Yeah, nice and that. Yeah, like I said, film. I don't know. I think I'm maybe a little bit tapped out with some of these films. I'm just a little bit like, yeah, I've kind of seen it. Yeah, they're all very similar in a way, films, and it's definitely not my favorite of the bunch. I think the first one might be my favorite so far. Yeah, I think so. I'm trying to work it out in my head. I'm like, yeah, the first one's the best one. Yeah, there's, I don't know. There's something about this. I don't know if it's just a little bit of fatigue of just. I kind of like some of the aspect, but I feel like they almost immediately forget about Hugo's family, who are kind of not really involved in a lot of the later stuff. I do like the kind of running away from home. She's basically being arranged to married, kind of very Mulan esque. Yeah, it's an evil drug cartel. Yeah, they'll do anything. Like kill the guy who's cool. Kill the best friend of the. I'm blanking on character name. Killing people that help them out, and yeah, I don't know. Yeah, the brother was an assassin, works an assassin, and then they killed him to cover it up. Yeah, it's there's all kinds of craziness in this film. It's a fun ride. I recommend getting this set just because it's fun to watch. And maybe one to watch with friends. But yeah, I don't know. I've kind of got to the point where I was like, I'm kind of done with these films. Yeah, that is Sister Street Fighter 5th Level Fist. That's the one. I keep getting the title, don't I? It's worth getting. I think this set was pretty cheap. Time as an Arrow Arrow video. Because I wanted to do these films, I rebought the original set I got a while back. Because I think that one, the Arrow one they've done, was better than the previous Shout Factory one I got. The Shout Factory one doesn't kind of separate out the English and Japanese versions of the film, whereas that one does. I think that's a better set. But yeah, overall, fun set of movies, and yeah, well, I'll probably watch them again at some point with some friends. But for now, I say to you all, live long and prosper, and I'll see you next time. And the next film we're going to watch is The Dangerous Game. Bye for now.